Okay, here we go. The next Teacher Tip Tuesday. Welcome. Because this is really my technically second teacher tip, I wanted to just share who I am. My name is Jessica Brown. I've been in teaching, or rather in education, for over 14 years. I've been teaching third grade for the past 3 years. I've also taught first and fourth grade, but currently right now I am at home doing schooling at home with my children. I have one in first grade, a daughter, and a son who's a freshman. So really the purpose of why I'm doing this is to remind myself of the tools that I have as a teacher and to use them with my children, especially days, the hard days when I just want to scream and send them to their room. I'm trying to remember some of the tools that I have as a teacher. So that's why I decided to start this. I'm calling it Teacher Tip Tuesdays, to bring some tips to you that I also think are helping me right now at home. Just take what you can use. I'm just, trying my best at home to help my kids, and I want to help anybody else who might need it too. So last week I talked a little bit about coping skills and things for, I'm going to try and also hit on all different age levels to help you out. But today I'm specifically thinking about the middle school and high school kind of age range, only because I'm going to talk about organization today. So, it's a lot right now, having to organize all the different classes that your children might be in. And really, where do they learn some of these organizational skills is at school. So I'm trying to think of some kids who might have issues with executive functioning. Executive functioning are things like organization, planning, prioritizing, self-monitoring, just initiating tasks in general, sometimes emotional control. So how can we help those kids? Really at the elementary level, us as parents are the ones that kind of organize and get things together. But middle school and high school and even the older elementary, we're trying to get them to do these skills and learn these skills. So we teach them at school. And I'm going to be honest, I rely on that village too, my kids' teachers, to help teach them these things. Because do I do these things at home? Absolutely. I make checklists for everything. I plan everything, but that's my personality and that's what I enjoy doing. And they have chore charts and things like that. And they do the chores, but I'm usually the one checking them even off because I like to do that, but not all kids do, and a lot of kids need to be taught this skill. And where are they taught? Usually they're taught at school. So I'm going to teach you some things that I would do with a student at school that could help your child at home. So how would I help a student who has these executive functioning issues? How might they need help? Well, usually in the classroom, it was what they needed to take home at the end of the day, right? They had to remember their planner, their binder, their reading book, all of these things. And it was hard. So I would make something like this, a checklist of what they need, right? Every day at the end of the day. I would usually tape this on their desk, and they could use a dry erase marker and put checks. Sometimes they would get so quick at it, they didn't need the dry erase marker. They could just tell themselves mentally, put that in my backpack, put the binder in my backpack, put the reading book in my backpack, put the lunchbox in my backpack. Reminders like this, because in a classroom, I can't say this to each child who needs it. But this is a tool that can teach them how to prioritize and plan and what to take home. So how can I transfer that over here to home? Well, my son, we looked at what he was going to have to do every single day. We prioritized what he was going to have to do every single day. And we know he's going to have to check his email. For some of you at home, it's Google Classroom, maybe it's Zoom. You could come up with a checklist like this. This is just an index card. Okay, you can write it down. Cover it with tape. And then you can use the dry erase marker. If you have a laminator at home, like I do, you could laminate it. If not, maybe you could use something. We're also trying this, okay? Multiple methods here, but we're trying this dry erase board, because he has even days of the week that he has to organize. So once we figured out what he had to organize for each day, what he had to organize for each class period, then we were able to put it on this dry erase board. We'll see how it works. I don't like that it's going to erase all the time. We're going to have to rewrite it. That's not something I want to do. So might come up with a little different method, although he doesn't like checking it in. So if he can do it mentally, as long as he's still doing it, I'm okay with it. So that's another area that we can get him organized. For some of you, it might be a planner. Okay, getting your child a planner. We were really lucky at the school that I worked at that they provided planners at the elementary level, and it really taught my son in particular to use a planner. Am I starting to model of how I expect him to fill it out at first? Yes, and that's okay. Okay, it's okay to model how you're going to do it, and then eventually that goes away, hopefully. But maybe it's a planner. For me, for organizing my daughter, I was excited that I actually got to use my teacher planner that I didn't think I was going to get to use. Okay, because I have to organize like our different dates. So it has my calendar, it has my planning section, but that could be another tool for you to use. In this day and age, we also have our phones, so you can also set reminders on the phone. Honestly, my son has a reminder on his phone too. We're using multiple methods to try and get him organized a little bit, especially here at the beginning. So we've set timers on his phone that go off at 9:05, 10:35, 12:05, the days of his classes for each period, every day of the week. And it says, go Google Classroom for period 1, for period 3 on those certain days. So that's something that you could also use to help you. Yeah, okay. Well, I think that's it for today's Teacher Tip Tuesday. I hope I gave you some ideas of ways you can help maybe your middle school, your high school child, or even the older elementary child, or maybe even you, of how to organize multiple children using checklists and things like that will really help. But we also want to teach these skills to our children because normally they would be being taught this in school by these amazing teachers. Like I said, mine would be too. I don't necessarily take the time to teach all these skills here at home because I'm doing it at work, and I know these amazing teachers are too. And and they're working really hard, but this could be something that could help you as a parent trying to navigate the whole schooling at home kind of a thing. All right, I hope you have a great week. Bye.